Chapter 1. The city as the sun sets. The sun is still awake, but it is clearly getting tired. It hangs low over Rome, turning the sky a soft mix of gold and pale orange, like warm bread just pulled from an oven. The light slides gently across stone streets that have been walked on for hundreds of years, smoothing their rough edges. The buildings glow quietly, not showing off, just existing. Rome, for once, is not in a hurry. It is the 2nd century of the Common Era, during a long stretch of peace known as the Pax Romana. That sounds very official, but right now it simply means this: no wars shouting for attention, no emergencies banging on the city's door. Just another normal evening in a very large, very old city. Merchants are finishing their day's work. One by one, wooden stalls close with soft thuds and tired creaks. A fruit seller counts the last few coins of the day slowly, just to be sure they are real. A cloth merchant folds fabric with care, as if tucking it in for sleep. Nobody rushes. Tomorrow will come whether they hurry or not. There is still movement, of course. Rome never fully stops moving. But the movement is softer now, like a city stretching before bedtime. Sandals tap against stone, slower than they did an hour ago. A cart rattles past, its wheels sounding louder than necessary in the evening calm, as if the cart did not get the memo to be quiet. Voices float through the air, but they do not stay long. Conversations fade into echoes that bounce gently off walls and disappear down narrow streets. Someone laughs, then thinks better of it and laughs more quietly. Somewhere, a child complains about being tired, which is always a good sign that night is doing its job. The air begins to cool, brushing against skin like a polite reminder that the day is ending. Dust settles. Even the pigeons seem less dramatic now, finding places to perch instead of starting arguments with each other. Rome is massive. It is easy to forget that when standing inside it. The city stretches far beyond what one pair of eyes can see, over hills, along the river, into neighborhoods with lives unfolding all at once. Senators, soldiers, bakers, slaves, poets, and people who are just trying to get home before dark all share this space. Yet despite its size, the evening pulls everything inward towards small, quiet moments. In one apartment building, an insula, a family prepares for supper. The meal is simple. Bread, olives, cheese. Nothing fancy, and nobody expects it to be. A clay lamp is lit, and the flame flickers like it is still deciding whether to stay awake. A parent reminds a child to wash their hands, because some things never change, no matter the century. Down the street, in a larger home, a domus, servants move quietly through shaded corridors. They speak in low voices, not out of fear, but out of habit. The household is winding down. Curtains are adjusted. Doors are closed. Water trickles in a courtyard fountain, steady and calm, like it has all the time in the world. Outside, the streets feel wider now that the crowds have thinned. The stones still hold the warmth of the sun, releasing it slowly, kindly. Rome seems to sigh. Not a dramatic sigh, just a small one. The sun dips lower, touching the edges of rooftops, slipping behind temples and arches. Shadows stretch across the ground, long and lazy. Columns cast thin lines of darkness that slide across the Forum, one of the busiest places in the city during the day. Right now, it feels almost shy, as if embarrassed by how quiet it has become. If Rome were a living creature, and it often feels like one, this would be the moment it loosens its shoulders. The tension of the day fades. The city does not sleep yet, but it starts thinking about it. There is still life, still sound, but everything is softened, like voices speaking through curtains. A baker sweeps flour from the floor, already planning tomorrow's loaves. A shop owner checks a lock twice, just to be safe. Somewhere, someone hums without realizing it. The melody is uneven and quiet, but it fits the moment perfectly. The smell of food drifts through the air. Warm bread, herbs, oil, smoke from cooking fires. It mixes with the scent of stone and dust and river water. Rome smells lived in, comfortable. Like a place that has seen countless evenings exactly like this one and sees no reason to make a fuss about it. The sky deepens in color. Gold becomes amber. Amber becomes something closer to dust blue. The first stars begin to appear, faint at first, like they are shy too. They blink into existence slowly, one by one, as if checking whether Rome is ready for them. There is no announcement that night is arriving. It simply happens. People drift indoors. Lamps glow behind windows. Laughter fades. Arguments pause until tomorrow. The day's worries loosen their grip, at least a little. Even the busiest minds begin to slow, pulled gently by the rhythm of evening. Rome settles, not because it must, but because it knows how. This city has watched empires rise and fall, has heard cheers and cries and silence in equal measure. And yet, evenings like this are familiar, ordinary, peaceful. The kind of moment that rarely makes it into history books, but happens far more often than great events ever do. The sun finally slips away, leaving behind a sky that holds the promise of rest. Rome does not notice the exact second it disappears. It is too busy becoming quieter, calmer, ready for the night. And as the city eases into its evening breath, it invites you to slow down too. The evening air and sounds of Rome. The air changes first. It slips into the narrow alleys of Rome like it knows exactly where it belongs. The heat of the day slowly steps back, not all at once, but politely. Stone walls that spent hours soaking up sunlight now begin to give it back, just a little at a time. The breeze is soft, careful, as if it does not want to wake anyone up too early. In these tight streets, the air moves differently. It curls around corners. It slides past doorways. It carries stories without stopping to explain them. If you stood still long enough, you could almost feel the city breathing around you. Then, slow and steady, your sandals touch the stone street, and the sound is gentle now. Earlier, footsteps were sharp and hurried. Now they land with less purpose. Tap, tap, pause. Someone stops to talk. Someone else keeps walking but forgets why they were in such a rush to begin with. Water flows nearby. It is always flowing somewhere in Rome. Fountains murmur softly, never demanding attention. The sound is smooth and patient, like it has been practicing this for centuries. Which, honestly, it has. The water does not care who listens. It flows anyway. From a nearby courtyard, muffled laughter drifts into the street. It is not loud laughter. Not the kind that wants an audience. It is the relaxed kind, the end of the day kind, where jokes do not need to be funny to work. Someone laughs too hard, realizes it, and laughs more quietly. Balance is restored. The smell of bread hangs in the air, warm and comforting. Bakers are still working, shaping dough with steady hands. Bread in Rome is not exciting food, but it is important food. The kind that does not show off. The smell wraps around you gently, like the city is offering a small reward for surviving another day. There are olives too. You cannot see them, but you can smell them. Earthy, salty, honest, mixed with oil lamps being lit one by one, their soft smoke adding a faint sharpness to the evening. It is not an unpleasant smell. It smells like home, or at least like someone else's home that you feel welcome near. A thin ribbon of smoke rises from cooking fires and drifts upward, losing itself against the darkening sky. It moves slowly, like it has nowhere urgent to be. Rome approves of this behavior. The sounds of the city layer themselves gently. Sandals on stone, water in fountains, voices behind walls. Somewhere, a door closes with a low wooden thump. Somewhere else, a dog sighs dramatically, as if it has had a very long day doing absolutely nothing. Earlier, Rome spoke all at once. Now it speaks in whispers. A cart rolls by, its wheels complaining softly. Even the cart sounds tired. The driver does not urge the animal forward. There is no need. Tomorrow exists. Everyone agrees on this. As you walk, the noise fades and returns in waves. One alley is quiet, almost empty of sound. The next carries distant voices bouncing off stone, softened by distance and evening air. Nothing is sharp. Nothing cuts through the calm. Everything arrives rounded, smooth, kind. The fountains become more noticeable now, not louder, just clearer. With fewer voices competing for attention, the water finally gets its moment. It does not brag about it. It just keeps flowing. You pass a small shrine built into a wall. A lamp flickers inside it, steady but humble. Someone has left a simple offering. The flame moves with a breeze, bowing slightly, like it understands manners. Footsteps slow. Conversations grow shorter. Some end mid-thought, not because the thought was finished, but because continuing it feels unnecessary. Silence becomes comfortable. Not awkward. Comfortable. Rome has many layers of sound, and at this hour, they peel away one by one. The loudest sounds leave first. Then the medium ones. What remains are the quiet details. A drip of water. A soft cough behind a door. The rustle of fabric as someone sits down. The evening air feels cooler now. Not cold. Just enough to notice. Enough to make shoulders relax. Enough to make the body remember that rest is allowed. From an open window, someone hums. The tune is slow and uneven. It is not aimed to impress. It exists only because silence asks for something gentle to sit beside it. The city's heartbeat slows, not stopping, just slowing. Rome does not sleep all at once. It drifts. It dozes. It half listens. The smells shift again. Less smoke now. More oil. More stone. The faint dampness of the nearby river moving through the air. The smell of night arriving, if night had a smell. Earthy, calm, familiar. You might notice how your own breathing changes without permission. Slower, deeper. The city does not tell you to relax. It simply does so itself, and you follow along. Somewhere far off, a voice calls out, then fades. Somewhere closer, sandals scrape once more against stone, then stop. A door closes. A latch slides into place. Small endings stack up quietly across the city. Rome's noises do not disappear. They just learn how to whisper. The fountains continue. The breeze continues. The city holds itself gently, like a careful thought you do not want to disturb. And in this soft mix of sound and air, the evening settles fully into place. Inside a Roman insula, apartment life. High above the street, where the noise of Rome arrives late and leaves early, a family settles into its evening. They live in an insula, one of the tall apartment buildings that hold most of Rome's people. It is not fancy. It is practical. The stairs are narrow, the walls are thin, and the higher you live, the more you trust your legs. This family lives on an upper floor, which means fewer visitors and a lot of climbing. On the bright side, nobody drops by unannounced, mostly because nobody wants to climb that much. Inside the apartment, space is limited, but it is enough. A small room, a low table, a few stools. Everything has a purpose. Nothing is extra. The window is open just enough to let the evening air wander in, carrying the softened sounds of the city below. Dinner is simple, like it usually is. Bread sits in the center of the table, already torn into rough pieces by hand. No knives needed. A small dish of olives waits nearby, dark and shiny. Cheese, firm and plain, rests beside them. Someone pours watered wine into cups, careful not to spill. Wine straight would be too strong, especially when tomorrow is another workday. Even the wine knows it is evening, not a celebration. They eat slowly. There is no rush. The hunger of the day has passed, leaving only the quiet pleasure of food doing its job. Bread crunches softly. Olives are chewed thoughtfully. Nobody comments on the taste because it tastes like it always does. Reliable. Comforting. The children are still awake, but only technically. One leans against a parent, blinking far too slowly. Another stares at nothing in particular, clearly thinking very hard about something that no longer matters. Their bodies are here. Their minds have already started packing for sleep. Someone reminds them to finish eating. The reminder works for about 10 seconds. An oil lamp is lit, its flame small and steady. The light is warm and uneven, casting gentle shadows on the walls. Faces soften in this light. The room feels smaller, cozier. The day outside feels farther away. The lamp hums quietly, like it is proud to be useful. From the stairwell comes the familiar sound of wood complaining. Creak. Pause. Creak. Someone is climbing slowly, one step at a time. Everyone in the building recognizes the sound. It could be a neighbor. It could be someone carrying something heavy. It could just be the stairs reminding everyone that they exist. The footsteps pass, then fade. The stairs fall quiet again, probably relieved. Conversation is light, not important. Small comments about the day. A neighbor mentioned something interesting. Work was long. The weather held. No arguments. No drama. Just information exchanged gently, like placing items back on a shelf. The children begin their slow collapse. One yawns without covering their mouth. Nobody scolds them. It is evening. Manners are tired too. Another child rubs their eyes and pretends not to be sleepy, which is a move that has never fooled anyone in history. The adults smile. Not big smiles. Just the small kind that come from seeing the day end properly. Outside the window, a distant sound floats up. A laugh, a cart, water moving somewhere far below. Inside, the apartment feels steady, safe. The walls hold in warmth. The lamp keeps watch. When the meal ends, the table is cleared quickly. Crumbs brush away. Cups set aside. Nothing fancy. Clean enough is good enough. Rome does not expect perfection at night. The children are guided toward their sleeping place. It is simple. A shared bed, some blankets, familiar smells. They do not protest much. Sleep has already made up its mind. One child asks a question that does not need an answer. It is answered anyway, softly, briefly. The response fades into the quiet like it was always meant to. The lamp is adjusted, turned lower. Shadows grow longer. The room exhales. Down the stairs, more creaking sounds drift upward. Someone leaving. Someone returning. Life moving carefully through wood and stone. The building holds all of it, as it does every night. In apartments like this, across the city, similar scenes unfold. Different faces. Same oceans. Bread. Lamps. Sleepy children. Tired adults. Ordinary evenings stacked one on top of another, building a life without anyone needing to notice. A neighbor coughs behind a wall. Someone laughs softly in another room. The sounds are close, but not intrusive. In an insula, privacy is more of a suggestion than a rule, and everyone quietly agrees to be gentle with it. The parents sit for a moment longer after the children settle. They do not speak much. They do not need to. The day has been said already. The night asks only for calm. The lamp flickers once, then steadies. The flame seems smaller now, like it is also getting sleepy. Eventually they rise. Blankets are adjusted. The window is nudged just a bit more closed, enough to keep out the cooler air, but not the night sounds. Everything is done slowly, carefully, like rushing might wake the day back up. They lie down. The building creaks once more, settling. The city outside continues its quiet work, but up here, above the street, the night feels close and personal. Another evening in Rome passes without ceremony, and that is exactly how everyone likes it. A wealthy domus after dark. As the night settles over Rome, a large house near the heart of the city begins to quiet itself. This is a domus, the home of a wealthy patrician family. During the day, it can feel busy and serious, full of visitors, business, and people pretending not to listen to each other. But now, after dark, the house changes its mood. It loosens its posture. It becomes simply a place to live. Inside, slaves move softly through wide hallways. Their steps are practiced and light, like they have memorized every sound the floor can make. They finish the last small duties of the day. A cup is moved. A cushion is straightened. A lamp is adjusted, so the flame burns steady and calm. Nothing dramatic, nothing urgent, just tasks ending one by one. No one is rushing. There is no reason to. The important things already happened earlier. Right now, the goal is quiet. In the center of the house sits the courtyard, open to the sky. A small fountain rests there, water flowing in a gentle loop that never seems to get tired. Moonlight reaches down and touches the surface, breaking into soft silver ripples. The reflection trembles slightly, then settles again, like the water is breathing. The air in the courtyard feels cooler, fresher. It carries the smell of stone and clean water. Somewhere nearby, a plant shifts lightly in the breeze. Even the leaves seem to know it is time to calm down. Curtains are drawn across doorways and windows. Fabric slides into place with a soft whisper. Doors close gently, not slammed, not pushed. Closed the polite way. Each door adds a layer of quiet to the house. The family is done for the day. They are not discussing politics. They are not planning tomorrow. They are not worried about Rome, the empire, or the future. All that can wait. Tonight, they are just people who are tired in a very comfortable building. In one room, the master of the house reclines on a couch, no longer in public mode. His sandals are off. This alone feels like a small victory. His posture relaxes, shoulders dropping as if they were holding up something heavy all day and finally put down. Nearby, someone reads quietly, lips barely moving. The words are not exciting. That is the point. Excitement is for daylight. Slaves finish their rounds and withdraw, settling into their own spaces. They speak quietly among themselves, voices low and steady. The house does not demand silence, just respect for the night. The fountain continues. It does not care who owns the house. It does its job for everyone equally. Oil lamps glow in wall niches, their light smooth and warm. Shadows stretch across painted walls, making figures move slowly, lazily. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden. The house feels held together by routine, like it has done this exact evening 1,000 times before. Outside the domus, Rome still exists. You can faintly hear it if you listen hard enough. A distant footstep, a voice far away. But inside these walls, the city feels far, like a thought that no longer needs attention. The floor tiles cool under bare feet. Stone that was warm earlier now releases the last of the day's heat. The air settles into a comfortable balance. Not warm, not cold, just right enough to stop thinking about it. In the sleeping rooms, beds are prepared. Sheets are smooth, pillows adjusted. Everything is placed where it should be. Wealth does not mean chaos here. It means order that has learned how to relax. Someone checks a door once more, not because they are worried, but because it feels right to check. A latch slides into place. The sound is quiet but reassuring, like a punctuation mark at the end of the day. The family drifts toward rest. Movement slow. Conversations shorten. Sentences do not need endings anymore. Everyone understands the direction things are going. The courtyard grows darker as clouds pass across the moon. The fountain keeps flowing, now reflecting less light, but sounding the same. Reliable. Steady. The kind of sound you stop noticing because it is always there. In a corner of the house, a lamp flickers and is gently turned lower. The flame shrinks, but does not go out. It stands watch without being asked. There is no tension here, no secret meetings, no whispered arguments, just a house full of people ending their day the same way they usually do. Calm, predictable, almost boring in the best possible way. Boredom, after all, is very relaxing. The domus res, the walls hold in warmth and quiet. The roof opens to the sky, letting the night exist without interruption. Somewhere above, stars continue their slow work, unseen by most of the people below. As sleep approaches, the house settles deeper into stillness. The last movements fade. The last lamp dims. The fountain flows on, keeping time for no one in particular. Another peaceful night passes inside a wealthy Roman home. Nothing important happens. And that is exactly what makes it perfect. Roman food at night. Nighttime food in Rome is not about excitement. It is about comfort. It is about ending the day without asking too much of it. After long hours of walking, working, arguing, lifting, selling, cleaning, and existing, Romans do not want surprises on their plates. They want food that feels familiar, like an old friend who does not ask questions. Most suppers look very similar across the city. Not identical, but close enough that nobody is confused. Bread always comes first. Always. Bread is not a side dish. It is the center of life. Everything else is optional decoration. The bread is dense and rough, not soft like modern bread. It takes effort to chew, which is fine because nobody is in a hurry. Some loaves are darker, some lighter. Some are better than others. Everyone has an opinion, but nobody argues about it at night. A piece of bread is torn by hand, not cut. Tearing feels more honest. The crust cracks softly, and the inside pulls apart with a quiet resistance. You can feel the texture before you even taste it. Solid, dependable. Bread that understands responsibility. Cheese sits nearby. It is firm, sometimes crumbly, sometimes sharp enough to make you pause. Not fancy cheese, not trying to impress anyone. Just cheese doing what cheese has always done. A small bite is enough. Too much would feel like work. Olives join the meal, glossy and dark, carrying the taste of earth and salt. They leave oil on your fingers, which you wipe on a cloth or, if nobody is watching, on your tunic. This is nighttime behavior. Standards are lower. Sometimes there are lentils, sometimes beans, sometimes a bit of fruit if it is in season. Figs are popular. Sweet, soft, easy to eat without thinking too hard. Meat appears rarely at night, and when it does, it is not dramatic. Small portions. No roasting scenes. No applause. Wine is poured, but it is watered down. Always watered down. Drinking strong wine at night is a good way to wake up tomorrow feeling like you made poor life choices. Romans know this. They are very practical people. The wine tastes thin, but pleasant. Cool. Slightly sour. It does not demand attention. It just sits there, helping the body remember that the day is done. As the food is eaten, everything slows. Chewing becomes rhythmic. bite, chew, pause, swallow, repeat. The body likes this pace. The mind does too. There is something calming about knowing exactly what you are going to eat. No menus, no decisions. Bread will be bread. Olives will be olives. Nobody is shocked. Nobody is disappointed. Bread is more than food. It is safety. It is survival. It is the quiet promise that tomorrow can happen because today was fed. Romans respect bread deeply, even if they do not talk about it much. You do not joke about bread. You thank it by eating it carefully. Before the meal ends, there is a moment of quiet gratitude. Not loud, not ceremonial. Just a shared understanding that food arrived, and that is enough. In some homes, a small offering is set aside. In others, the gratitude stays unspoken. Both count. The textures matter. The rough crust, the smooth olive flesh, the firm cheese breaking under teeth. These small sensations ground the body. They pull attention away from worries and back into the moment. You cannot rush food like this. It will not cooperate. Oil lamps flicker nearby, casting warm light on the table. The food looks better in this light. Softer, kinder. Shadows hide imperfections. The meal feels complete, even if it was simple. Conversation during supper is gentle. Short comments, small observations. Someone mentions the bread is good today. Someone else agrees. Nobody disagrees because it is not worth the effort. Children eat slower now, distracted, sleepy. A crumb falls. Nobody cares. Crumbs belong to evening. As plates empty, hunger fades without drama. There is no heavy fullness, just a quiet sense of enough, the kind that tells the body it is safe to rest. Food at night is a ritual, but not a strict one. It does not demand perfection. It asks only for presence. Sit, eat, breathe, finish. When the meal ends, there is no rush to clear everything immediately. The table can wait. The night has arrived, and it prefers patience. Hands are wiped. Cups are set aside. The lamp hums softly. Outside, Rome continues to slow. Breadcrumbs remain on the table, small and scattered, like proof that the evening happened. Tomorrow they will be swept away. Tonight they are allowed to exist. In homes across the city, the same ritual repeats. Different rooms, different people, same food, same calm ending. The empire runs on many things, but tonight it runs on bread and quiet chewing. Food has done its job. The body relaxes. The mind follows. Supper fades into memory, leaving behind only comfort. Another day has been eaten. And that, in Rome, is enough. Streets by torchlight. Night has fully arrived now, but Rome does not disappear into darkness. Instead, it softens. Along the streets, small points of light move slowly through the shadows. These are the night watchmen, doing their quiet rounds. They are not dramatic figures. No shining armor. No heroic poses. Just ordinary men walking at an unhurried pace, holding torches that flicker and sway with each step. The flames dance gently, painting warm light across stone walls. The light stretches, breaks and reforms as the watchmen pass by. For a moment, a wall glows. Then it returns to shadow. The city plays along, never rushing the scene. At night, Rome feels smaller. Not because it shrinks, but because so much of it goes quiet. Shops are closed. Courtyards sleep. Windows glow softly, like the city is dotted with low stars of its own. Streets that felt wide and loud during the day now feel narrow and personal, like they belong only to whoever is walking them. The watchman's sandals scrape lightly against stone. Step, pause, step. The sound echoes gently down long streets, bouncing off walls before fading into nothing. These echoes are not sharp. They are round, soft, like the city has learned how to whisper. A torch crackles. The sound is faint but comforting. Fire doing what fire does. The smell of smoke drifts behind it, thin and familiar. Not the thick smoke of chaos. Just a reminder that light is present and awake. Rome's streets curve and twist, creating little pockets of quiet. In one street, the torchlight glows brightly. In the next, it barely reaches the corners. Shadows stretch long and lazy, moving slowly across doorways and arches. Nothing jumps out. Nothing surprises you. Even the shadows seem polite. The watchmen do not hurry. There is no danger chasing them. This is a peaceful time in Rome. The empire is stable. The city feels safe. The night is something to walk through, not something to fear. If someone is still out at this hour, they move calmly. A late traveler heads home. A neighbor finishes a visit. They nod at the watchman as they pass. No words are needed. Everyone understands the rules of the night. Torches reflect in small puddles left behind by earlier cleaning. The light trembles on the surface, then settles again. For a second, the flame looks doubled, like it brought a friend. The city listens to itself. The echo of footsteps travels farther now that fewer sounds compete with it. You hear the rhythm of walking more clearly. You notice the space between steps. The pause is just as important as the sound. From somewhere far away, a dog barks once, then decides it was not worth the effort. Silence returns without complaint. The streets feel safe, not because guards are everywhere, but because nothing feels wrong. Doors are closed. Lamps are lit. People are where they should be. The night watch exists mostly to remind everyone that someone is awake, paying attention, even while the city rests. A watchman adjusts his grip on the torch. The flame flares briefly, then calms. He yawns and does not bother hiding it. Night shifts do that to people. The torch does not judge. As the watchmen walk, the city reveals small details. Carved stone faces above doorways catch the light for a moment, then fade. Inscriptions appear and disappear. The history of Rome flashes by in pieces, only visible if you happen to be there at the right second. The long streets carry sound like water carries leaves. A footstep here, a cough there, a distant laugh that echoes once, then dissolves. Nothing lingers too long. The night prefers to keep things moving gently along. In daylight, these streets feel busy and official. At night, they feel almost shy. They lower their voices. They let the stones speak instead. The torchlight reaches the base of tall buildings, but does not climb them fully. Upper floors stay in darkness, where families sleep and dreams wander. The light respects this boundary. It stays where it is needed. Rome feels held together by these small moving flames. One torch disappears around a corner. Another appears farther down the road. The city breathes between them. The watchmen pass fountains, now quiet but still flowing. Water catches the light briefly, then returns it in broken reflections. The sound of water mixes with footsteps, creating a rhythm that feels steady and reassuring. Nothing urgent happens. That is the point. In peaceful times, safety feels like this. Calm, predictable, almost boring if you think about it too much. And boring at night is very welcome. A torch flickers as a breeze passes through. The flame bends, then straightens. Stone walls glow warmer for a second, then cool again. The city reacts slowly, like it is half asleep but aware. The watchmen continue on, marking time with their steps. They know these streets well. Every crack in the stone, every turn. There is comfort in familiarity, even at night. The city feels closer now, like it fits around you instead of towering over you. Rome does not loom after dark. It watches quietly. As the torchlight moves away, darkness fills the space behind it, smooth and gentle. Not empty, just resting. And under this soft glow, with echoes fading and shadows behaving themselves, Rome passes another peaceful night, one slow step at a time. The baths closing for the night. The baths are still warm, but the day is done. This is the quiet hour, when the last bathers drift toward the exits, wrapped in towels, moving slower than when they arrived. Their muscles are loose now. Their thoughts float instead of march. Nobody rushes out of a Roman bath unless they absolutely have to, and tonight nobody has to. The warm rooms empty one by one. Footsteps echo softly against marble floors, sounding louder now that the crowds are gone. Earlier, voices bounced everywhere. Now they land and fade, like the building itself is asking for quiet. Steam hangs in the air, thick but gentle. It rises slowly from the pools and drifts upward, curling toward open doorways and vents. As it meets the cool night air, it thins and disappears, like a long sigh finally released. Some bathers pause near the doorway, just for a moment, enjoying the contrast. Warm skin, cool air, a reminder that the body is alive and working just fine. Someone closes their eyes too long and almost forgets to leave. Attendants move through the spaces with calm focus. They do not speak much. They do not need to. Their work is familiar, almost meditative. A sponge glides across marble. Water is poured and swept away. The floor shines softly under lamplight, clean and smooth. Buckets scrape quietly. Cloths fold. Tools are placed where they belong. Every sound is small and careful, like the bats are already half asleep and everyone agrees not to wake them. The great rooms feel larger now that they are empty. The high ceilings stretch upward into shadow. Columns stand still and patient, holding up nothing urgent. Earlier, these spaces were full of movement and noise. Now they feel calm and wide, like a held breath. The water in the pools settles. Ripples fade. Reflections smooth out. The surface becomes almost mirror-like, catching the glow of lamps and the faint light from the moon beyond. The pools look peaceful, as if they are proud of the work they did today. The baths are not a place of excitement at this hour. They are a place of release, of letting go, of leaving behind a weight of the day and stepping into the night lighter than before. A final bather slips out, sandals tapping softly. The door closes behind them with a low, respectful sound. Not a slam, more like a promise that rest is coming. Steam continues to drift, but more slowly now. The air cools. The warmth lingers in the stone, stored carefully, to be used again tomorrow. The baths know how to save their energy. An attendant pauses, stretching their shoulders. Even caring for relaxation can be tiring. They smile to themselves, then return to work, wiping down a bench, straightening a stool. Small tasks, done well, feel satisfying at the end of the day. In the larger halls, silence begins to return. It does not rush in. It arrives carefully, settling into corners, filling spaces where laughter once echoed. The baths welcome it. Water trickles somewhere deep in the building, part of the hidden system that keeps everything flowing. The sound is steady and low, like a heartbeat. It does not disturb the calm. It supports it. Lamps are adjusted, flames turned lower. Shadows stretch longer across marble floors. The light softens, making everything look smoother, kinder. Even the hardest stone seems to relax. The baths feel different at night, less public, more private, as if the building itself is taking a moment for itself after hosting the city all day. Outside, the cool night air waits patiently. Inside, warmth fades slowly, like it is reluctant to leave. The balance between the two creates a quiet comfort that settles deep into the body, even if you are only imagining it. The attendants finish their final rounds. They move through the rooms one last time, checking corners, closing doors, making sure everything is as it should be. Nothing is left out of place. The baths deserve a tidy sleep. One by one, the great spaces fall into stillness. The pools rest. The benches wait. The steam thins into memory. These baths have seen everything. Politicians talking too much. Athletes showing off. Philosophers thinking very hard while doing very little. And now at night, they see none of it. Just quiet stone and cooling air. The baths are not gone. They are simply resting. Tomorrow they will wake early. Water will heat. Steam will rise. Voices will return. But tonight is not about tomorrow. Tonight is about the deep calm that follows warmth. The silence feels earned. As the last lamp dims, the baths slip fully into rest. Marble cools. Water stills. The building holds onto the quiet like something precious. And somewhere in Rome, a body already feels lighter because of it. Taverns, dice, and soft laughter. Not every door in Rome is closed for the night. A few taverns still glow from the inside, their lamps casting warm light onto the street. These are not loud places right now. No shouting, no singing that gets out of hand. Just rooms holding on to the last bit of togetherness before sleep takes over. Inside, the air is warm and familiar. It smells like wine, old wood, and breadcrumbs that have lived many lives. The floor is worn smooth by countless feet. Tables are scratched and uneven, but they hold steady. They have done this before. People sit close, not because the tavern is crowded, but because closeness feels right at night. Conversations stay low. Voices dip naturally, like everyone agreed without talking about it that this is not the time for big opinions. Someone leans back on a stool, stretching tired legs. Another wraps both hands around a cup, not to drink, but to feel the warmth. Wine is sipped slowly. Nobody is counting how much is left. The night is not asking for rules. Cups touch the table with soft clinks. Not sharp, not demanding attention. Just small sounds that say, yes, something pleasant is happening here. Laughter rises now and then, but it is gentle laughter. The kind that slips out unexpectedly and then settles down again. No one laughs too long. No one laughs too loud. This is end-of-day laughter. Low energy, high comfort. In one corner, a dice game winds down. The dice sit in a small bowl, their edges worn from use. They have rolled many stories in their time. Tonight, they roll slowly with less enthusiasm. Even luck feels sleepy. A player tosses the dice with a lazy flick of the wrist. They bounce once, twice, then stop. Someone smiles. Someone shrugs. Nobody argues. The stakes are low. The night prefers it that way. Coins clink softly as they are gathered. Not many, just enough to make the game feel real. A winner accepts them without celebration. A loser accepts it without complaint. Tomorrow offers new chances. Tonight offers rest. The tavern keeper wipes the counter, slow and steady. The cloth moves in circles that do not rush to finish. Lamps glow above, steady and calm. Shadows sit comfortably in corners, not hiding anything interesting. Outside, the street listens politely. Sounds drift out through the doorway, then fade. The tavern does not spill noise into the night. It keeps it contained, like a shared secret. Someone tells a short story. Not a long one. Not a dramatic one. Just something mildly amusing that happened earlier in the day. It earns a few smiles and a soft laugh. The story ends without a strong ending, and that is fine. People shift in their seats. Someone yawns and does not apologize. Another follows. Yawning spreads quietly, like it always does, moving from person to person without being asked. The dice are set aside now. Cups are half empty. Conversations thin out, leaving more space between words. Silence begins to sit at the table too, and no one pushes it away. In taverns like this across Rome, the same scene plays out. Different faces, same tired smiles, same understanding that the day is done with everyone. A traveler near the door finishes their drink and stands slowly, making sure their balance agrees with the decision. It does. They nod to the group. No big goodbye. Just a shared glance that says good night. The door opens and closes softly behind them. The tavern grows slightly quieter, like it noticed. Someone jokes about how the dice were unfair tonight. The dice say nothing in response. They have heard this before. The tavern keeper lifts a cup and takes a small sip. Even the person in charge is winding down. The lamps seem to dim just a little, or maybe the eyes are just getting tired. The warmth of the room feels deeper now, less about heat, more about comfort. The kind that comes from not being alone, even when nothing exciting is happening. One by one, people stand. Stools scrape softly against the floor. Cloaks are adjusted. Cups are set down carefully, as if they might still be needed later. They will not be. The last dice are tucked away. The table looks bare without them, but peaceful. The game has ended politely, without drama. A final laugh escapes someone near the wall, quiet and warm. It fades into a contented silence. The tavern keeper begins to lower the lamps. Flames shrink, but stay lit. There is no rush to full darkness. The night can wait a moment longer. Outside, torchlight passes, then moves on. Inside, the tavern holds on to its calm. Eventually, only a few remain. They sit without speaking, enjoying the simple fact of being there. No pressure, no plans, just the gentle ending of a shared space. When the last cups are cleared and the door finally closes, the tavern rests. The warmth lingers in the wood. The laughter leaves a trace in the air. Rome's social life does not end with noise. It ends like this, softly, kindly, without needing to be remembered. Another night settles in, and everyone goes home just a little lighter than they arrived. Night workers of Rome. While most of Rome settles into sleep, a few people stay awake on purpose. They are not loud about it. They do not make announcements. They simply keep going, quietly holding the city together while everyone else rests. Rome, after all, never fully sleeps. It just changes shifts. In a small bakery tucked between stone walls, a lamp glows softly. Inside, the air is warm and heavy with flour. A baker works at a wide wooden table, sleeves rolled up, hands dusted white. The dough waits patiently, and the baker answers with slow, steady movements. There is no rush. The oven will be ready when it is ready. The dough will rise when it decides to. Night baking is about trust. Push too hard, and nothing works. The baker presses, folds, turns. Press, fold, turn. The rhythm is calm, almost hypnotic. The dough grows smoother under practiced hands. It does not complain. It understands this process. Outside, the city is quiet, but not empty. Somewhere down the street, a watchman passes, torch flickering gently. His footsteps echo once, then fade. He walks the same route he walked last night and the night before that. Familiar streets, familiar corners, familiar calm. The watchman pauses, listening. Nothing unusual, just the city being itself. He nods, satisfied, and continues on. Rome approves of this level of effort. In a stable near the edge of a courtyard, animals shift and breathe. Horses stamp lightly, then settle again. A stable hand moves among them, speaking in low tones. The animals recognize the voice and relax. Night voices are softer. The animals prefer it that way. The stable smells of hay, leather, and warm bodies. Comforting smells. Honest smells. The stable hand checks a strap, smooths a mane, offers water. Nothing dramatic. Just care given steadily. Back in the bakery, the baker wipes sweat from his brow and smiles slightly. The hardest part is over. The dough rests now, covered in content. It has time. Night gives it that. A second baker arrives quietly, nods, and gets to work without words. They have done this together many times. Words are unnecessary at this hour. Silence does the job just fine. Rome's night workers know each other without always meeting. They are connected by routine, by timing, by the shared understanding that someone has to be awake so others can sleep. The watchman turns a corner and passes a fountain, still flowing. The water catches the torchlight and breaks it into pieces. He stops for a moment, listening. Water sounds the same at night. Reliable. Reassuring. Further on, another watchman walks in the opposite direction. They exchange a quiet nod. No conversation. The nod says everything that needs saying. In the stable, an animal snorts softly. The stable hand pats its neck, calm and steady. Easy, he murmurs, even though nothing was wrong. Sometimes reassurance is just a habit. Rome feels stable at night because of these small actions. Dough rising, torches moving, animals being checked. None of it makes headlines. None of it needs applause. The bakery grows warmer as the oven heats. The smell of yeast and grain deepens. By morning, bread will be ready. Most people will not think about how early that work began. That is fine. Bread does not need recognition. It just needs to arrive. The watchmen continue their patrols, marking time with their steps. Step, pause, step. The rhythm spreads through the streets, a quiet heartbeat beneath the city. In another stable, a lantern swings gently as someone moves past. Bucket is filled. A door is latched. The sound is small but solid. Night work is built from these sounds. Rome does not worry at night. It trusts its routines. It trusts the people who keep them going. The baker checks the dough one more time, presses a finger into it, watches it spring back slowly. Perfect. He covers it again and steps back satisfied. There is time now to sit, to drink a little water, to breathe. Outside, the watchman yawns. He does not fight it. Yawning is part of the job, too. He keeps walking, torch steady, eyes relaxed but aware. The stable hand leans against a post for a moment, listening to the animals breathe. The sound is slow and deep. He smiles. This is how it should sound. Across the city, these quiet workers continue. Not many, just enough. Rome rests because someone is awake. Someone always is, and that is comforting. The city does not rely on grand gestures at night. It relies on hands kneading dough, feet walking familiar paths, voices speaking softly to animals. Simple acts repeated every evening, holding everything in place. As the night deepens, the work continues without drama. No bells ring. No horns sound. The city remains calm, steady, safe. Rome is not asleep. It is being gently watched. Religious calm and household gods. Evening in Rome is not just for bodies. It is for minds, hearts, and quiet spirits too. In homes across the city, small shrines occupy corners, shelves, or niches in walls. These are the Laras and Penates, the household gods. They are not grand temples with marble columns or noisy ceremonies. They are small, steady, and patient. They watch over the family with a calm presence that does not demand attention. You can ignore them for hours, even days, and they will remain quietly helpful. A lamp flickers near a tiny statue. The flame is small but loyal, casting gentle light across a painted face or a carved figure. Shadows dance softly, never sharp, never threatening. The Lars and Penates sit in the warm glow like old friends who do not speak unless asked. Families approach the shrine in the evening with slow, deliberate movements. No dramatic gestures. A bowl of water is placed carefully. A bit of food, sometimes bread or fruit, is left as a small offering. It does not have to be fancy. The gods are not picky. They simply notice. Whispered prayers float across the air, soft enough that the walls might forget them if they tried. "Thank you," someone says. "Protect us tonight," says another. Some prayers are rehearsed, habitual, almost automatic. Some are spontaneous, small thoughts of gratitude or worry. All are accepted, all are gentle. The offering does not clink or crash. It lands quietly. A piece of fruit is placed. A drop of wine is poured. A grain of incense smolders briefly, sending a delicate smell into the room. Nothing shouts. Everything whispers. The family pauses for a moment. Eyes may close. Hands may rest together. The silence is part of the ritual. It is not emptiness. It is calm. It fills the room with reassurance. No one worries about mistakes or forgetting steps. Even if someone places the offering a bit crooked, the gods do not mind. Children sometimes approach the shrine with curiosity. They may whisper a small wish or place a tiny piece of food themselves. The adults smile quietly. These moments teach patience, gratitude, and routine without pressure. Religion is comfort, not spectacle. The lamp burns steadily. Shadows stretch across the walls, soft and dancing. Marble faces or clay figures catch the light just enough to seem alive. The shrine is not just decoration. It is a presence, a gentle reminder that the house has unseen guardians. Whispers of prayer continue. Sometimes one person speaks, sometimes two. The voices blend into the quiet of the evening. Outside, the city hums faintly, but inside this home, the focus is inward, small, contained. Offerings are left, prayers are made, and the family steps back. The ritual is complete, but it is not urgent. No fanfare follows. No one claps. It is enough that it happened. The gods remain unchanged, calm, patient, always available. Even in the largest homes with high ceilings and marble floors, the evening routine is simple. Lamps glow near small statues. Prayers are whispered. Offerings placed. The house exhales content. The family knows that protection is present, even if it is invisible. The smell of incense lingers softly, blending with the aroma of evening meals, the scent of warm stone, and the faint coolness of the night air drifting in through windows. It is comforting, grounding, a reminder that life is ordinary but cared for. Sometimes a family member speaks directly to the gods in their own words. A hope, a worry, a simple thank you. The words are not recorded, not publicized. They disappear into the evening. And yet, the moment feels significant simply because it is shared with the divine, however quietly. Household gods are not dramatic. They do not demand attention. They are steady, protective, reliable. Their presence gives confidence to sleep, trust to the night, and ease to the mind. Once the ritual ends, life continues with its soft rhythms. Children may shuffle toward bed. Parents may extinguish lamps or adjust curtains. The shrine remains unchanged, silently attentive. Its glow is calm, its protection unobtrusive, its reassurance complete. Across Rome, millions of similar shrines exist. Millions of small prayers float up in quiet homes. The city may sleep or roam or whisper, but each household has a place of stillness and security. Even if someone forgets to make an offering or speaks the wrong words, the Laras and Penates do not scold. Their purpose is gentle routine, small protection, and comfort. They exist for the ordinary moments as much as for the extraordinary. And so the family rests. The lamp burns low. Shadows lengthen. Evening continues. The house feels safer, warmer, steadier because of small rituals repeated quietly every night. Rome's night is held together by these tiny acts: whispered prayers, offered bread, a drop of wine, a small flame. Religion here is not about spectacle or grand gestures. It is about subtle care, about calm, about trust that life is safe, even in the dark. The household shrines glow softly, welcoming attention or none at all. They are part of the rhythm of life, marking the evening's passage, guiding the family gently into rest. Another night in Rome unfolds peacefully. The city outside may still move, but inside, within these small walls, calm prevails. The gods watch quietly. The family sleeps a little easier. The evening stretches its arms across the home, serene, ordinary, and perfect. The moon over the forum. Night drapes itself slowly over the heart of Rome. The forum, once alive with voices, footsteps, debates, and occasional arguments, now lies empty. Not empty in a sad way, but empty in a quiet, gentle way. The streets that were busy with traders, officials, and citizens are still. The air seems wider. The space feels larger, as if the city itself is breathing more slowly. Marble surfaces glow softly under the moonlight, not harsh or blinding, but gentle, almost silver. Temples, statues, and monuments reflect the pale light in quiet dignity. The glow reveals subtle textures, the curves of column, the slight chips in stone that hint at centuries of stories. Every imperfection seems peaceful tonight. Columns stretch skyward, tall and patient. Their shadows reach across the empty plaza, long and lean, like fingers tracing the stone floor. Some shadows fall over steps. Others slide across the ground in slow, rhythmic patterns. No one walks through to interrupt them. The shadows are allowed to stretch and rest just as the city is. The buildings themselves seem to settle. Triumphal arches, temples, and government halls are silent witnesses to centuries of life, but now they are quiet, still, and almost gentle. Power and politics are asleep. No speeches, no debates, no urgent messages. Rome does not need to prove anything tonight. It simply exists. The moon itself seems patient. Its light brushes over the forum like a soft hand, lingering just enough to notice, then moving on. The shadows shift imperceptibly. Marble warms with reflected light, then cools again in the corners. Everything has time to breathe. Fountains, if any remain, murmur quietly. Small trickles of water ripple in the night air. Not enough to disturb the calm, only enough to remind the city that life continues softly beneath the stillness. Stone steps hold memories in silence. Citizens' worn footsteps echo faintly in imagination, but tonight they sleep. Not a single voice rises in debate or conversation. Even distant streets, where some late wanderer might walk, feel like they are bending around the forum in respect. The statues stare down at the square without judgment. Gods, heroes, and emperors frozen in time, bathed in moonlight. They seem almost human under this calm, their faces softened. Expressions that might have looked commanding by day now appear thoughtful, almost sleepy. Perhaps they too enjoy a night off. The forum at night is not intimidating. It is not grand in the way that commands attention. Instead, it is serene, poetic. Every stone, every column, every step is a word in a quiet story, told slowly and without urgency. Shadows lengthen. The moon arcs slowly across the sky. The city below continues its gentle rhythm, but up here, in the heart of Rome, time feels elastic. You could walk endlessly without being hurried. You could stop and stare at the columns for as long as you like, and no one would mind. The open spaces between buildings hold themselves like careful thoughts. They carry the air, the smell of stone warmed by the day, the faint whisper of distant water, and the coolness of the night breeze. Every inhale is a gentle reminder that Rome endures, even while resting. You might imagine that the forum remembers. Every debate, market, and celebration. Every triumphal procession. Every casual argument or secret meeting. And now, all that memory lies quiet under the same silver light. Nothing is loud. Nothing competes. The city is allowed to pause. Columns stand like silent guards, yet they do not threaten. They simply observe, extending shadows that mingle with the light. The contrast is soothing. Shapes grow and shrink as the moon slowly moves, reminding the mind that everything is changing, but gently, without hurry. The space feels empty yet full. Full of centuries of life, but at peace with the present calm. No footsteps, no voices, just marble, moonlight, and shadows weaving together like soft fabric over the city. Even the air feels different here. Cool, but not cold. Heavy with stillness. Light with imagination. The kind of calm that makes a deep breath feel easier, slower. You notice the sound of your own heartbeat in the emptiness, steady and reassuring. And the forum does not mind. It has hosted loud voices, political tension, and celebrations of every kind. Tonight, it hosts quiet. It receives the moonlight like an old friend. It holds space for nothing to happen, and somehow that is just as important as anything else. Walking across it slowly, imagining the marble beneath your feet, the empty steps, the stretching shadows, you realize that this is Rome's softer side. The city's heart beating without the rush, without drama, without urgency. Even the tallest columns seem to sigh, long and drawn, resting after centuries of holding power, of holding attention. The air carries their calm through the empty square, as if inviting everyone to slow their own pace. The moon casts its final glow across a distant temple before turning slightly in the sky. Shadows shift, stretching one last time. The forum remains a quiet guardian of history, calm and patient, welcoming the night with gentle dignity. Rome's power does not sleep, but it rests. It is not tense or restless. It is steady, enduring, silent, yet alive. And under the moon, the Forum whispers the same story. Strength is not always in motion. Sometimes it is in quiet and stillness, in the soft glow of marble under moonlight. And tonight, that quiet story is all Rome needs. Sleeping arrangements in ancient Rome. Night deepens and the city slows. People have finished meals, prayers, walks, and conversations. Now it is time for the simplest, oldest ritual of all, sleep. In homes across Rome, families settle into their beds. The furniture is simple, honest. A wooden frame holds straw or wool mattresses, sometimes a little stuffed with feathers if the family is fortunate. Linen sheets, rough but clean, cover the sleeping surfaces. Blankets are folded or spread out, keeping warmth close without fuss. Comfort is modest, but enough. Sleep does not need luxury. It only asks for enough softness to rest. Families often sleep together. Children nestling near parents, sharing warmth and the feeling of security. In some homes, older children may have their own small mattresses nearby, while infants rest safely in cradles beside parents. The closeness is not just practical, it is comforting. Bodies touching slightly, breathing softly, sharing the rhythm of night. Some beds are wide, enough for 2 adults, and sometimes a child or 2. Some are narrower, accommodating a single sleeper with enough space to turn during the night. Each bed carries its own personality, a sagging spot here, a slightly lumpy pillow there, a familiar indentation that promises rest in the exact right place. The mattresses, stuffed with straw, wool, or reeds, provide a firm but forgiving surface. The firmness is quiet encouragement for good sleep. Too soft and bodies sink. Too hard and they ache. Romans learned what works for their nights. The straw may scratch slightly, but only enough to remind the sleeper that the bed is real and reliable. Blankets are simple weaves, sometimes patched with care, sometimes plain. They wrap around a body, offering warmth, privacy, and the gentle feeling of being held. Even a single thread of decoration or color adds comfort without distraction. A blanket is a silent guardian, telling you that the night is safe. Outside, faint noises filter through shutters or open windows. A distant dog barks, a late watchman passes, footsteps echo softly on cobblestone. None of it is alarming. Instead, these small sounds are like a lullaby sung by the city itself. Sleep does not need total silence. It thrives in the rhythm of life continuing gently around it. Families adjust slightly as they settle. Children wiggle under the blankets, finding the exact right spot for comfort. A parent may reach over to smooth hair or pull a small blanket closer. These small gestures are slow, unhurried, almost ceremonial in their simplicity. The day is done, and these little acts mark the transition to rest. Some people drift quickly, while others lie quietly, listening to the faint hum of the city. Breathing becomes slow and measured, matching the pace of the night. The occasional cough, sigh, or soft murmur punctuates the darkness, but never disturbs the calm. The room itself participates in this gentle rhythm. Shadows stretch across walls and floors, created by flickering lamps or moonlight through shutters. The patterns shift slowly, reminding sleepers of time passing without urgency. The light is soft, never harsh, and it invites the mind to drift rather than focus. In larger homes, multiple rooms may hold sleepers at once. Parents, children, perhaps even guests who stayed late. The sound of breathing, subtle movement, and occasional turning creates a communal comfort. No one sleeps alone, yet no one is crowded. There is a sense of togetherness without tension. Even in small insula apartments, the rhythm is similar. Families make do with limited space, sometimes sharing a single bed or sleeping on mats arranged on the floor. The closeness makes night feel intimate, protective, and safe. The city outside continues, but inside, all is contained, calm, and familiar. Children sometimes whisper before falling fully asleep. Their words are tiny, fleeting, and gentle, often questions or comments about the day. Adults respond softly, or not at all, letting night carry its own authority. These moments are brief and unhurried, part of the gentle transition from awareness to rest. As sleepers settle deeper, the mind begins to drift. Thoughts of the day dissolve slowly. The body relaxes further into the mattress. Hands unclench. Legs find the perfect angle. The blanket shifts just enough to cradle the body. The feeling of security grows. The shutters allow just enough sound to remind sleepers that the city continues without urgency. The soft clink of distant carts, the muffled voices of late wanderers, the subtle rustle of leaves, all part of the night's gentle soundtrack. Sleep thrives in this rhythm, not in isolation. Even the simplest beds with straw and linen become instruments of calm. The firmness and texture guide the body to settle. The warmth of blankets whispers reassurance. The closeness of family adds quiet strength. Every detail, however small, contributes to the overall sense of peace. Night stretches over Rome like a gentle hand. It smooths the streets, quiets the baths, dims the lamps, and finally encourages bodies to rest. The city does not insist. It simply waits patiently for its citizens to sleep. And so families drift off, tucked into beds, mattresses, and blankets. The small noises of night accompany them without disturbance. The shadows move slowly. The moonlight creeps across floors. Every household, whether grand or modest, experiences the same ritual of calm and security. Sleep arrives steadily, without drama. Rome does not demand attention at this hour. The city allows bodies and minds to rest, to recharge, to dream quietly. Even in the smallest, humblest rooms, the world outside continues, but the family inside finds its own quiet universe. Warmth, comfort, and togetherness carry them gently into the night. And as the city sleeps around them, families of Rome, grand or simple, breathe in unison, drifting deeper into calm, carried by the gentle certainty of familiar beds and quiet nights. Dreams of ordinary Romans. As the night deepens, minds begin to drift. Eyes close. Breathing slows. Sleep approaches like a quiet visitor, gentle and patient, ready to carry people into the world of dreams. Dreams in Rome are often simple, not grand adventures, though occasionally they might surprise the dreamer. Most of the time, they reflect life itself, ordinary, comforting, familiar. The baker dreams of dough rising perfectly, the smell of fresh bread filling his tiny shop. He laughs quietly in his sleep when a stubborn lump finally obeys, as if the loaf itself is teasing him. Farmers dream of their fields. They see rows of wheat swaying in warm sunlight, even though the sun is far away from their bedrooms. Their hands move over the imaginary soil, pulling weeds, checking roots, listening to the faint rustle of leaves. Sometimes a dream includes the sound of a cow calling across the pasture or the soft creak of a wagon wheel. Everything is calm and measured, a reflection of their work and patience during the day. Soldiers, far from home during the day, often dream of familiar streets, warm fires, and voices they recognize. In dreams, they return to their families for just a moment. Perhaps a child tugs at their hand or a parent adjusts a cloak over their shoulders. The soldiers smile and sleep, knowing the dream is fleeting, but feeling the comfort it brings. It is not about glory or battles tonight. It is about home, quiet, and belonging. Children's dreams are lighter. They skip over worries and wander freely. They chase imaginary animals through fields, play in sunlit courtyards, or float among stars with nothing pressing on their minds. Their laughter sometimes leaks into waking sound, soft and sudden, fading back into the silence of night. These dreams are full of curiosity and freedom, unburdened by the rules that occupy the day. Even the elderly, resting in sturdy beds or straw-filled mattresses, dream gently. Faces from long ago, familiar streets, or small moments of joy appear softly. Perhaps a friend who passed waves in the distance. Perhaps a market scene replays, not chaotic, but calm and measured. Each dream is a thread connecting the present to memory, weaving a gentle tapestry that comforts the mind. Dreams are personal, but they often share quiet patterns. The rhythm of the city during the day echoes faintly in the night, the soft clink of coins, footsteps over stone streets, the distant murmur of conversation. All of these make their way into sleep, transformed into calm, soothing images or sounds. Sleep and life blend seamlessly in these moments. In the homes of Rome, dreams are accompanied by the faint sounds of the city. A dog snores, a door creaks somewhere, a distant fountain murmurs. Even these ordinary noises become part of the dreamscape, subtly influencing the scenes unfolding in sleeping minds. There is nothing alarming about them. They exist as gentle punctuation marks, reminding dreamers that life continues quietly outside their windows. Farmers' dreams sometimes extend to the harvest. They imagine perfectly ripe grapes, golden wheat, and olives ready to press. Their hands, heavy from labor during the day, move effortlessly. The sun in these dreams is always warm, never harsh. Shadows fall softly. Even when animals appear, they are calm and cooperative, adding to the sense of order and satisfaction. Soldiers' dreams may wander further, but always gently. A bridge over a slow river, a campfire flickering, familiar roads home. Even distant lands are softened in the dream, their edges blurred so that the heart does not worry. Danger, if it appears, is muted, distant, and quickly resolved. These are not dreams for strategy or triumph. They are dreams for peace. Children's dreams do not worry about outcomes. A kitten might chase a ball of string across a marble floor, or a boy might fly over rooftops with no concern for landing. A girl might sing softly, the notes floating over fields and streets. These dreams provide rest in the purest form, freedom without responsibility, exploration without consequence. In every home, dreams intertwine with sleep like slow-moving threads. They are shaped by the day, but softened by the night. There is no rush, no pressure. The mind drifts through familiar and comforting scenes, letting muscles, hearts, and thoughts relax fully. The lamps burn low, shadows stretch across walls, and the night deepens outside. Every sleeper, from the simplest insula apartment to the grandest domus, experiences this gentle transition. Dreams take over, carrying each person into a private, peaceful world where worries fade and imagination roams lightly. Sometimes, dreams are shared unknowingly. A family sleeps close together. A child stirs, smiling at an imagined playmate. A parent dreams of the child's safety. Even without words, there is connection, a calm sense that life continues in the next room and the next bed, all under the quiet sky. The city itself seems to pause with the sleepers. Streets are empty, fountains trickle softly, torches have faded. Rome's heartbeat slows. This is the time when ordinary Romans become dreamers, and dreams become the city's gentle rhythm. Sleep deepens, carrying all who rest further into calm. The farmers, the soldiers, the children, the elderly, all are caught in the quiet tide of imagination. Ordinary scenes become extraordinary in their stillness. Small pleasures and familiar spaces dominate, soothing the mind, relaxing the body. Dreams are not adventures tonight. They are quiet companions, gentle guides, helping each sleeper drift fully into night. Every turn ahead, every sigh, every stretch of a body aligns with the soft flow of these private stories. And as Rome sleeps, the ordinary continues its work. Dreams unfold, hearts relax, and the city's invisible calm spreads through stone, air, and life. The world of the waking waits patiently, but for now, dreams hold sway, steady, gentle, and reassuring. The night is full of rest. The mind is full of calm. And Rome, in the quiet of its ordinary citizens' sleep, feels softly alive. The city in its deepest quiet. The night has reached its most peaceful hour. Rome, usually loud with life, has surrendered completely to calm. The streets are empty, shops closed, doors firmly shut. Only the smallest hints of movement remain, and even those are quiet, careful, deliberate. Occasionally, a lone figure passes by. A watchman, perhaps, patrolling with a torch that flickers gently. His footsteps are soft on the worn stones. Step, pause, step. Each footfall echoes faintly, then melts into the silence, like a whispered secret the city has heard 1,000 times. A soft wind drifts through arches, weaving between columns, brushing against stone walls, and lifting the faint scent of the Tiber. The wind does not rush. It glides. It lingers where it pleases. Leaves rustle once, twice, and settle. The noise is so slight that it feels like the city is breathing along with it, inhaling and exhaling with gentle patience. The Forum rests under the moon's silver light. Statues cast long shadows that stretch across the stone, touching nothing, moving almost imperceptibly as the night air shifts. The fountains murmur quietly, a trickle here, a small splash there, like soft applause for the city's own stillness. Even the echoes are muted, tender, patient. Courtyards are empty. Stone steps are cool. Doors stay closed, letting families sleep, animals rest, and the occasional cat prowl unnoticed. Even the animals respect this quiet. Dogs breathe deeply in their small spaces. Horses shift slightly in the stables. No one disturbs the rhythm. Everyone contributes to it in some way. In the narrow streets, the faintest sounds carry far. A door closing somewhere echoes like a punctuation mark in the night. A cartwheel somewhere distant creaks softly, moving slowly over cobblestones. Each sound is measured, careful, like the city itself has taught them to be polite after hours. Rome breathes slowly at this hour. The marble, stone, and brick seem to exhale along with the people within it. Even the air feels heavier with calm, carrying the quiet like a warm blanket. Every building, from the Grand Domus to the smallest insula, participates in this deep silence. The Tiber flows steadily, its waters reflecting the pale light of the moon. The surface ripples softly, moving with a patient grace. The river is awake, but its energy is gentle. It moves without urgency, adding a subtle heartbeat beneath the city, steady and reassuring. Occasionally, a lamp flickers somewhere in a distant window, casting a momentary glow across stone walls. Then it dims. A family stirs softly, adjusting a blanket, breathing without waking anyone else. Children shift slightly, dreaming lightly. All movements are quiet, respectful of the city's deep rest. In courtyards, fountains continue to gurgle softly, water running over carved stone, polishing shadows with movement. The echoes from the water are faint, musical, like a lullaby that the city hums to itself. Even the smallest sounds blend into the background, contributing to a feeling of safety and comfort. The wind carries faint scents, bread from a late baker who rises before dawn, hay from stables, herbs from small gardens tucked behind walls. These scents are not overwhelming. They drift gently, part of the atmosphere, grounding the city in ordinary, reassuring life. Occasionally, the city itself seems to shift slightly, a subtle adjustment in anticipation of dawn. Stone walls settle. Wooden shutters creak faintly. Torches die down or flicker. The sounds are so quiet, it is easy to think the city itself is breathing, stretching, preparing to wake slowly when the sun rises. In some streets, small animals move softly, cats slipping along walls, a rat scuttling far away, entirely unnoticed. Even these tiny motions contribute to the rhythm of deep quiet. Nothing disturbs it. Everything fits. The city's heartbeat is measured, steady, and calm. The marble of temples and public buildings glows faintly under the moon. Shadows stretch and lengthen, shifting imperceptibly. The grandeur of Rome is softened by the stillness. Power and history are present, but dormant. Even the city's weight feels gentle, patient. In the Insula apartments, families sleep soundly. The soft creak of a mattress, a quiet sigh, or the faint turn of a head might punctuate the deep quiet, but never enough to disturb the overall calm. Everyone is resting. The city respects their sleep, and in return, they allow the city to exist undisturbed. The streets themselves seem softer now. Stones that were sharp and bright in daylight have mellowed. Corners that seemed imposing feel gentle. Narrow alleys stretch into darkness, but the darkness is not frightening. It is protective, shielding the city, letting it exist at rest. As the hours pass, the quiet deepens further. The city's slow breathing becomes almost imperceptible. If one listens carefully, it is possible to hear the mixture of water, stone, and air moving together, orchestrating a calm symphony of night. Rome's deep quiet is not empty. It is full of life held gently. Bakers, watchmen, animals, sleeping families, the river, the wind, all contribute to this perfect balance. Each element is small, simple, and steady. Together, they create the calmest, safest city one could imagine. Step by step, breath by breath, the city waits for dawn. But in this hour, there is no hurry, no need for motion, no call to rise. Only slow, measured, deep quiet. Rome is alive, but it sleeps like a patient giant. Every stone, every wall, every ripple, every breath joins in. And under the gentle night sky, the city rests completely, perfectly, and softly, inviting anyone listening to do the same. A timeless night. Night stretches across Rome like a soft, endless blanket. The city sleeps, but it does so gently, without hurry. Every stone, every shutter, every shadow participates in this quiet ritual. And in that stillness, something remarkable happens. A connection forms across time. The Romans who lived centuries ago slept much like we do tonight. They felt warmth under blankets, the rhythm of breathing beside loved ones, the gentle calm that comes before dreams. Human rest is timeless, patient, universal. Imagine a family in a small insula apartment. Children curl up beside parents, blankets tucked close. A lamp flickers once, then fades. Outside, The streets are silent, and inside, soft breathing fills the room. Hundreds of years ago, this scene could have played out exactly the same way. The worries of the day, the laughter, the comfort of being together, all fading into night. Even in the grand domus of a wealthy patrician, the story is the same. Lamps burn low near beds of straw or wool, and the household rests. Perhaps a servant adjusts a blanket. Perhaps a parent murmurs a quiet word of comfort. Even centuries later, the same rituals echo in the imagination: warmth, protection, the steady cadence of bodies at ease. The streets of Rome lie empty under the moonlight. Columns stretch their long shadows across plazas. Marble glows softly. Fountains trickle quietly. And in that tranquility, there is an understanding. Life does not need constant activity to be meaningful. Rest, sleep, calm, these are just as important. Even in the great city, even in a small home, sleep is a shared human experience, connecting past and present. Farmers dreamed of their fields. Soldiers dreamed of home. Children dreamed of running freely, laughing without worry. Families rested together, bodies close, hearts eased. And all of it was ordinary, but that ordinariness is what makes it timeless. The rhythm of life, the need for rest, the gentle slide into dreams, these are constants. Tonight, in your own home, you join that rhythm. The sounds of your room, your heartbeat, the air brushing against your skin, all of it resonates with the same quiet that filled Rome centuries ago. You are part of the same story. Different faces, different times, but the same human need for calm, comfort, and rest. The moon watches silently. Its pale light traces gentle patterns across floors and walls. Shadows stretch and bend slowly, moving like the thoughts of a mind drifting towards sleep. You might notice the soft creak of a floorboard, the faint rustle of sheets, or the sigh of a sleeper shifting. These details are the poetry of night, simple and unhurried, reminding you that the world is calm and you are safe. Even the city itself participates. Rome, with its marble, stone, and brick, seems alive in its quiet. The Tiber flows softly in the distance, a heartbeat beneath the sleeping city. A gentle wind carries the faint scent of herbs, bread, and cool night air. Torches have burned low or died out. Everything is at peace. Imagine walking slowly through the empty forum. The columns tower silently. The statues glow in moonlight. The fountains murmur quietly. Centuries of history whisper beneath the stones, but tonight it is just calm. No urgency, no bustle. Only the simple act of rest, of stillness, of being. And in that stillness, there is comfort, connection, and a kind of beauty that transcends time. Dreams come quietly, carrying both you and imagined Romans into worlds shaped by comfort and imagination. Children running through sunlit streets. Farmers tending fields without strain. Soldiers returning home for just a moment. All ordinary, all calm, all timeless. In your own bed, under your blankets, you follow the same rhythm. Breath slows. Muscles relax. Thoughts drift lightly, unpressured. You become part of the same city, the same humanity, the same quiet ritual that has repeated for centuries. Sleep is no longer yours alone. It belongs to everyone who has ever rested in the same way. Even when your eyes close fully, even when dreams begin, the story does not end. Time stretches. Sleep continues. The moon arcs slowly across the sky. The Tiber moves steadily. Fountains murmur. Shadows shift imperceptibly. Everything flows gently. Nothing demands action. The night holds all things in calm. Rome itself seems to exhale, a collective sigh that travels across streets, courtyards, and homes. And within that exhale is a reminder: the world is bigger than our daily concerns, yet small enough that peace can touch us, even in the middle of a vast city. You were part of this. The Romans were part of this. Sleep is a bridge, invisible but strong, connecting centuries of ordinary human life. It is comforting, reassuring, and gentle. There is no rush. There is no end. Only continuation. The city, the people, the night, all merge into one vast, calm rhythm. Breath aligns with breath. Heartbeats align with heartbeats. Every sleeper everywhere joins the timeless night. And as you drift deeper, the story becomes almost unnecessary. The warmth, the calm, the gentle rhythm of Rome, past and present, carry you. You feel it in your body, your mind, your spirit. Sleep is inevitable now, patient and kind. The night continues. The city continues. And you quietly, beautifully continue to. No ending, only gentle, endless continuation.
And now, as the night carries on, let yourself pause for a moment. The streets of Rome are quiet. The lamps are dimmed. The fountains murmur softly, and shadows stretch lazily across marble and stone. The city sleeps, but it is not gone. It is present, steady, patient, like an old friend watching over you without needing to speak. In this moment, think of the Romans who lived centuries ago. Families tucked under blankets. Bakers who rose before dawn to knead dough. Soldiers dreaming of home. Children laughing quietly in their dreams. Every sigh, every breath, every small movement in their beds and homes mirrors what we experience now. The past and present rest alongside one another, connected through the simple act of sleep. History is not always loud. It does not always need to be told through battles, triumphs, or political dramas. Sometimes history whispers. It whispers in the creak of floorboards, the faint glow of a lamp, the sigh of a sleeper. In the quiet of a city like Rome, history is a lullaby, gentle, steady, familiar. It carries comfort rather than urgency, rhythm rather than alarm. Imagine the cool night air drifting through narrow streets, carrying scents of bread, herbs, and stone warmed by the day. Hear the distant murmur of a fountain, the soft shuffle of a watchman's feet, the whisper of wind through arches. All these sounds are the same ones that touched the ears of Romans long ago. They listened, they breathed, they rested, and they trusted the night to hold them safely. Even now, you share that experience. You lie down, settle into your bed, pull your blanket close, and let your body relax. Every heartbeat, every breath, is a gentle echo of the centuries of ordinary life that came before you. Sleep is not only your gift, it is a connection, a bridge to those who rested in the same way, in the same city, or across distant lands. The warmth of your room, the quiet rhythm of your breathing, the faint shadows dancing on your walls, these are your companions. They are small, ordinary things, yet they carry profound comfort. In them, You can feel the calm of centuries, the steady presence of countless people who rested before you. The ordinary becomes extraordinary in this soft reflection. Think of the family in an insula, the patrician in a grand domus, the watchman on his slow patrol, or the baker kneading dough at dawn. Each of them, in their quiet way, experienced the same night that you are experiencing now. Their world was different, yet not so different. They, too, needed rest, warmth, comfort, and peace. Allow your imagination to wander gently to the quiet corners of ancient Rome. Imagine the flicker of lamps in small homes, the soft murmur of the Tiber, and the shadows of columns stretching across the Forum. Let your mind drift with those images, not as a story to follow, but as a soothing, calm presence that eases your body into stillness. Sleep, after all, is universal. It is a constant across time and space. In every century, in every home, in every quiet moment before dawn, people lay down and let the night carry them. The past joins the present in this simple act. And now, as you listen, you join them too. Let the rhythm of your own breathing align with the rhythm of history. Slow inhale, slow exhale, soft, steady, patient. Imagine the murmur of fountains, the creak of a mattress, the hush of footsteps fading into the night. Let these gentle sounds, real or imagined, guide you into a deeper calm. The city, the people, the centuries, they all rest together in this shared quiet. And you, lying in your own bed, are part of that chorus. Not loud, not demanding, just present. Safe, connected, at peace. History, in this sense, is not about monuments or victories. It is about ordinary moments, repeated over and over, forming the quiet foundation of human life. Each night is an echo of every other, and every sleeper is a link in the chain. You are connected to all those who have ever rested, even if only for a night, under the same sky, in the same gentle dark. As your body softens into your mattress, as your eyelids grow heavy, let this awareness soothe you. You are part of something larger, yet entirely contained in this single, perfect moment. The city, past and present, rests around you. The world is calm. You are calm. The sounds of night drift around your mind like soft music. Each tiny noise, the rustle of fabric, the whisper of the wind, the faint creak of wood, is part of a lullaby composed over centuries. It is steady, safe, and infinitely patient. There is no need to hurry. There is no need to wake. Imagine the moon casting pale light through a shutter, brushing over your blankets. Imagine the shadows stretching and bending lazily, slowly disappearing into the folds of night. Feel the warmth of the room, the safety of your bed, and the steady presence of countless people who slept before you, trusting the same night to hold them. And as you drift deeper, remember, there is no ending here. Sleep continues. History continues. The night continues. Breath follows breath. Heartbeat follows heartbeat. Century follows century. The past rests alongside the present, and in that shared calm, you are invited to rest as well. Let your mind relax fully. Let your body sink. Let the ordinary become extraordinary through the soft, eternal rhythm of human life. Let the lullaby of history, gentle and patient, carry you further into rest. Tonight, The city sleeps, the past whispers softly, and you drift peacefully alongside them. There is nothing to conclude, nothing to finish, only continuation. Sleep, breathe, rest. The night, timeless and gentle, holds you.